Hey, good Friday afternoon. It's actually towards the evening, but welcome to Upside DIY. Here's another video. This is actually a quarantine video, and after this video, I'm gonna make another video about the some type of like a stand that I built for the storage containers. So this video, I might do both combined here and then redo them when I finally finish. But this video might replace the like cutting DIY aquarium covers or something, because that one was pretty good learning. But basically this one I'm going to explain about a quarantine system where I will have 10-gallon tanks. I have 3 of them, and one of the 10 gallons will have salt water. I'll actually need a TDS and an air pump. A TDS, total dissolves solids tester for water, and an air pump. But once I get those, I can start making the quarantine water and experimenting with how much I dose. So basically, for quarantine water, which is that I'll just fill up a tank with some cycled water or something that we call it, and I'll add salt in one. In another one, I would add probably rubbing alcohol, like a capful of rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. So that'll clean off like any slime, or I don't know, just just and I might drop in a little bit of like shampoo, just to get a smelling fragrance, But we'll see. But it won't be, just random. I'll just really have to be careful. Maybe dilute just to give a fish a good cleaning in quarantine before and then for like its own tank, I would, I could also use like tea bags for cycling the main tank, or the breeding tank. And then there's a community tank which might have some, a mix of 2 or 3. But basically, just having like some salt water, a salty water, could like wake the fish up to healthier, uh, you know, healthier germs, and it'll kill like the bacteria inside of its digestive system. It takes away cramps, and it'll just ease the acclimation and quarantine. I would actually put it in salt water for like an hour, and then put it in like hydrogen peroxide and rubbing alcohol for like 10 minutes first, and then put it inside the salt water, and then and then you know ho- hopefully it doesn't take longer, which it might take a week or two. For if I see any other signs, it could get like the tea water, and that's better than if you recognize an unhealthy fish. That's better than some stuff, because the other stuff, they expire. They and then they start having even with like Visine bottles, they start having reverse side effects. So if it's got an expiration date, you gotta be careful using things. So this is pretty much my quarantine video. And as far as this fish room hobby, I want to do it outside, because mold kind of, you can see some of the moisture on top of the aquarium covers. But doing it inside, you gotta be real clean, and this stuff, water, it gets messy, and you know, it just basically needs a better space. That's kind of like what I spent time on kind of like learning with 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 fish rooms is, it's going to get messy, and the drain, it needs a drain if it's indoors, and it's, I mean, even though it's a great space, I mean, it's just a fish room, they're only, it's going to get messy. They're only this and that. I mean, a garage is pretty good because you could just squeegee it right out the door, but some stuff, you need a sump pump or something, a basement sump pump, just in case, and a mop and a bucket, and it. But I got a new wood floor and some carpeting, and so basically, I want to build it outside. I want a pond. I want to clear out the shed, build a pond, and basically, for these tanks, I might just have the quarantine kind of like in here, and then the tubs outside. Trying to have plants and fish. Um, but we'll see. I've got a few tubs. This is just all just temporary because I really want this stuff, in the backyard and in the shed. And I've got to clean out the shed. I'm building shelves to put all the electronics in the house. And basically, I've got to organize my tools and workbenches, and just have some time into trying to repair electronics, which isn't, I mean, I've had all types of tasks and duties, in spurts of my life, in like the summertime, in the winter, and or when I was 8, or so basically I put my mind to what's present, and then I just know what's going to be in the future, and I learn from the past, and everything just works out that way. And so basically, yeah, these quarantine tanks would be awesome. It's a good idea, using rubbing alcohol, peroxide, salt, tea, just regular drinking tea, and maybe or maybe a little bit of shampoo, uh, just to get the fish aware of being captive, kind of bred, and don't do, and quarantine, it could be fast and slow. I mean, you never know. Instead of just floating, when you're just floating the bag, and if you don't test the water, what's in the bag, you don't really know what to set your aquarium to. So that's why I want to get the meter, and of course the air pump, to oxygenate. But then there's also quarantine, where there's stuff on the skin, there's stuff inside the fish's stomach that that it's not like, it's not set for your water conditions. So it's like, something is off, by a lot. So my body, the fish's body, without a chance of acclimating, it's not going to take it. It's going to start feeling worse and worse, and probably at a dead end. And so basically, you get the cycle water, you put some inside of You can even use a bucket, or just a clean container, and you just put just a cap full of I'll know exactly kind of how much once I get the TDS meter or test water tester. But and maybe some strips might help, but just knowing that the cycle water in quarantine is actually known to be healthy, and you get a stray fish out there, you put it in there, get it to spend some time to clear its gills, and then you put it and just kind of like learn to just learn of its new environment and its benefits. With the alcohol and peroxide, it'll be a pretty decently clean fish. If there's little lice or something caught on it, just, or fleas or leashes, just little baby worms maybe might be on it, and then you could put it inside of a salt water. So the salt water basically will fix its white blood cells. It's basically gonna ingest the salt water and the little salt crystals, and it's gonna, it's worked on humans too to relieve cramps in the stomach. You drink salt water, and then it just basically it's like battery acid to humans. It's basically, they even use salt water in batteries, but it just re-energizes the system by cleansing a lot of the organics and fats or something. It just basically it's decent medicine. So after the alcohol and hydrogen peroxide, and maybe you could have a little shampoo or something, just a little bit, so the fish could smell something. That's pretty good. But yeah, the salt water is really good. Quarantine it in a little bit of salt water, and your fish could probably rest easier. It'll live better. And it's kind of time of the essence too. I mean, with raising and breeding living animals, you got to get it done as soon as possible when you can. Got to be prepared for it, and be in the present, because you learn from the past, and then you know what type of future it could be. So what you got to do in the present is pretty important. So yeah, this is basically most of it. I'm getting tubs and stuff outside ready after this. So I've got to fish pond, and I want to make a shed and fish pond video. So instead of doing all the random stuff, I'm just gonna make videos just on one thing, and try to make it the length that I need to, and just keep it more clear. Besides DIY, it might show me like building stuff. I could try that. There's different ways, but this is just basically a quarantine overview with what I've been trying to learn with cycled water and maintenance and troubleshooting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.